Why is holistic makeup better than beautifully packaged over-the-counter cosmetics?
If you purchase or make makeup from natural ingredients, they do not contain preservatives. They are more healthy for you. Doctors say that what you eat has a big effect on your health. Nutrition is very important for your insides. Your skin is your largest organ, so of course what you put on your skin is just as important. It permeates into the cells and it can affect your inside as well.
Did you know that red dye in the lipstick is called carminic acid, which has been used in lipsticks since 800 BC and still used till now?
Welcome to the show, where we discuss time-tested and science-supported tools for better health, long life, and pleasures.
Oh, hello. I would like to say that lipstick and camera, they love each other. But if you're one of those people who want to use natural makeup opposed to over-the-counter makeup that can be chemically loaded with harmful ingredients, then stay with us, as today we'll discuss subject of holistic makeup, the secrets that can help you enhance your attractiveness and contribute actually to your overall well-being. I'm Lilian Zolzer, and for over 3 decades, I researched, practiced, and hunted for natural stimulants for better health, longevity, and pleasures. In the process, I discovered many time-tested and science-supported formulations and unique recipes, and I met numerous amazing experts who, together with me, share their knowledge in this show with those who want these secrets. Because as Hippocrates said in the 4th century BC, if you're not your own doctor, you are a fool. Our guest today is an amazing person, Elizabeth Ciepiela, an award-winning writer and a journalist with a medical background and a strong passion for holistic medicine. She is also known as a health and wellness copywriter extraordinary. She writes articles and award-winning books for people with holistic background, like your holistic health practitioners and coaches. So don't forget about these services, folks. Welcome to the show, Elizabeth.
Thank you so much, Lilian. Thank you for inviting me for your podcast. I'm so excited to talk to you and get to share my knowledge with your audience. Thank you so much for that gracious welcome.
It's a pleasure having you here. Well, let's talk about makeup. Why is it so popular? Perhaps it's because it can make us look more attractive. You saw me putting lipstick on. Or perhaps it helps us to change slightly a perception of others, of us. Well, did you know that our brain unconsciously assesses the attractiveness of people that we see? It happens unconsciously and it impacts on our opinion about them. Well, makeup is a powerful tool that can actually help us change or manipulate other people's attitudes to our own benefits. Well, the interest in using makeup awakens with our awakening of our sensuality in early teens, right? When we intuitively try to beautify ourselves to attract a suitable mating partner. How funny is that? However, this art is not taught at schools, right? You can't learn it from going to schools or universities. Yes, later you can go to classes to learn makeup. But while you are a teenager, you're only using or you're guided by your own friends or you just copying others. Do you think makeup should be taught at schools, Elizabeth? And why?
I think that that's a good idea because women are not natural at makeup. And I think that once they start experimenting with it, once they get to know some of the routines and the methods, it'll increase their self-esteem. I know that teenagers, they often struggle with peer pressure, with their self-esteem, with feeling like young ladies. So makeup can definitely help them get in touch with their feminine, with being a young lady, growing into a woman, help them feel more attractive, more vivacious, more full of life. You know, you hear stories about the ugly duckling, the ugly teenager. And once she hits 16 and she discovers makeup, she is a beauty. She attracts the boys. So, yes, I absolutely think so. I think it's a way for teenagers to get in touch with their feminine side. Yeah.
And also, they will be alerted to the fact that not all makeup objects are good for their skin, for their complexion. The long-term damages can be, sustained by using incorrect makeup. So that something that teachers can teach those young minds. Well, for instance, did you know that red dye in the lipstick is called carminic acid, which has been used in lipsticks since 800 BC and still used till now? It derives parasitic cochineal bugs, yuck, which are packed with that amazing red dye, and subject to how much they dry those bugs, it becomes darker color or lighter red. All this information, it would be good to know before you start using it. Well, try to not to think of it when you kiss red lips next time, right?
That's exactly right. Yes.
So why is holistic makeup better than beautifully packaged over-the-counter cosmetics?
A major reason is because taking care of using natural makeup is a way to take care of your features. Natural makeup can be mineral based. It often does not have comedogenic ingredients. Comedogenic ingredients can clog pores and cause acne. If you take care of your skin with homemade remedies, you're careful about the ingredients that is in makeup, you can help maintain your features, clear skin, wrinkle-free skin for a longer period of time. So if you invest the time and research and money into holistic makeup when you're younger, then you're putting less pollutants and poisons on your face. So you're able to look youthful for a longer period of time. Doctors say that what you eat has a big effect on your health. Nutrition is very important for your insides. Your skin is your largest organ, so of course what you put on your skin is just as important. It permeates into the cells and it can affect your inside as well.
Yeah, the beauty from within, isn't it? That's what we hear.
Yes.
Well, what about things that people can make at home? All those face masks and
Mhm.
using natural ingredients. Is it something that also can be considered as holistic makeup?
That's exactly right. If you purchase or make makeup from natural ingredients, they do not contain preservatives. They are more healthy for you. I, for example, make my own oatmeal masks in order to moisturize my skin. I do that once a week. I also use natural clay masks. And I also bought off of eBay a natural foot salve. It has no preservatives and it softens my skin very nicely. I put it on every night. So yes, the internet is available. You are welcome to set aside a few hours on a Saturday, set up your own lab, put together your products, and make some beautiful one-of-a-kind makeup products and lotions and potions to take care of your skin.
Yeah, it's not only better for your skin, but it's a lot cheaper too, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, well, a few weeks ago, while on expedition to Hungary, I discovered an amazing old recipe that, as by magic, rejuvenates skin not only on your face, but anywhere you like. And it gives that radiant glow to the skin from the first application. It's very
Mhm.
expensive and is easy to make at home on by yourself. So if you're interested, just look for this recipe below this video. Well, once upon a time, I came across cream that made out of horrible thing. It was out of frog skins. And they
Mm.
claim some sort of, yes, I know that back in Russia in my days, they used to say, don't touch frogs, you will have words all over your skin. So I was surprised that they use it as marketing. Well, this multi-billion dollar business attracts so many opportunities. So one should be very careful what you're actually putting on your skin. Some toxic things come from, I won't point at the countries, but from third world, let's say, countries that you put on your skin and you'll have literally hole through your cheek. Well, which over-the-counter makeup products can be harmful and why?
Well, for example, we have over the counter makeup products that can damage your skin, your lips, and your eyes for a variety of reasons. Starting with, this isn't really makeup, but it's self care, starting with shampoos and products that have parabens and phthalates in it. These are preservatives as well as chemicals for fragrance. They have mimic of estrogen hormones. They are hormone disruptors. They are very bad for your internal health. So you want to try to avoid those. There's also makeup that can gather bacteria. For example, eyeliner, mascara, as well as creams that are in jars. If you use eyeliner and mascara for too long, it can irritate your eyes. You can actually get an eye infection because of the bacteria that grows in the products. In addition, if you use a cream that you dip your hands into, the cream gathers bacteria over time. You put it on your face, it can cause acne as well as dehydrated skin. So those are some of the makeup products that you don't want to put on your skin. There's also sunscreen that is comedogenic. So as I said earlier, comedogenic ingredients are ones that are oily. They can block your pores and cause acne. When you buy sunscreen, you want to read the back ingredients in the back of the box. And especially if your skin is acne prone, you want to buy non-comedogenic sunscreen as well as foundation and moisturizer. So when you go to the drugstore, please make sure that you read the ingredients on the back of the box, especially if you have sensitive skin.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure that in the United States, that's where you are located, and in Australia, where I am, and all other countries, there are a lot of alternatives to over the counter chemically loaded makeup products. So do you suggest that people read what goes into it before they buy? And if it's long list, they start asking questions, and if they don't get answers or they are not happy with what they see, they should stay away from it or they should compromise. What's your opinion?
It really depends on your perspective and what your priorities are. If you really care about your skin, what you put on your largest organ, yes, I would definitely recommend reading the ingredients on the box. If there are too many ingredients that you don't understand, you may want to think twice. I know here in the United States, there is a woman, Paula LaRock. She wrote a series of books called Don't Go to the Cosmetics Counter Without Me. She looks at some popular over the counter drugstore as well as luxury makeup brands, and she rates how well it works as well as how healthy it is for your skin and for your eyes and your lips. She breaks down the ingredients. So, yes, if you care about your skin, keeping your youthful look, not damaging your skin, it's absolutely worth it to check the ingredients and do your research.
Yes, absolutely. We all human, we all have skin, but we all are individuals. And what is good for me might not be good for you. You might have allergy that you're not aware of. And once your skin is damaged, it's very difficult to restore it, to bring that plumpness back into the layers that lost that elasticity. So, yes, folks, you do need to watch carefully what you put on your skin, not only on your face or your hair, if you would like to camouflage or get rid of a gray hair look or hide skin imperfections, signs of aging, scars, blemishes, acne, blackheads, just name it. You need to be careful. So I would like to ask you, Elizabeth, can you please share some of your holistic makeup discoveries that you researched? Because you are essentially a researcher that can help our listeners get the most out of their makeup needs inexpensively. Some beauty products, natural face masks, I don't know, rainwater usage, vitamins, minerals, whatever. What can you offer?
I would be very happy to. So thank you for asking me, Lillian. We've spoken about skin a lot. And before I go into natural beauty makeup, I would like to talk about how to freshen your skin and make it look bright and even before you put on your foundation and makeup. Several years ago, I have had acne for most of my adult life, and perhaps 10 years ago, I started using something called raw apple cider vinegar with what's called the mother in it. It is loaded with probiotic good bacteria. So I diluted it. I put it onto a cotton pad and I started using it on my face. And pretty soon my acne disappeared. It works for mild to moderate acne. It is an exfoliator, it is an antiseptic and an antibiotic. So it kills the bacteria. Another thing that works for this is tea tree oil, but please note you have to dilute it. This does not work for cystic acne, but mild and moderate acne. Another thing that you can use is beef tallow, which if you are not against anything like that, it can smoothen your skin and prevent acne as well. I personally, in terms of makeup products themselves, I like to use Bare Minerals, which was created in 1995. It's a worldwide brand and it is non-comedogenic and mineral based so that it does not cause acne, works for sensitive skin, and it is about as pure makeup as you can possibly get. That is in terms of mass marketed makeup. I highly, highly recommend it for people with skin problems.
Certainly, there are a lot of different remedies that come from different countries. I came across recently over-the-counter product that comes from China that contains some mother of pearl powder, and that claims that actually it enriches, it's full of minerals that enrich skin and make it radiant. Well, I didn't buy it, but I know for sure that it works. Well, otherwise, or I don't know for sure that it works, but it was so popular. The salesperson actually said to me that she uses herself and she had beautiful, radiant skin. And she said, well, look at
Mhm.
me, I'm 70 and look how well I look. Well, she did look well. So maybe sometimes it's worth actually investigating and researching before you put something on your face. Well, like most of our viewers, Elizabeth, I love learning about natural stimulants that can help me live happy, healthy, and long life. And holistic makeup is part of our life because we all would like to be able to look our best. And I know some ladies who don't come out of the house unless they put makeup on. Today, I put makeup on, especially for you because we are talking about makeup. Usually, I don't wear makeup unless there's a special occasion. You are a journalist and you are book writer. You also have that medical background. Can you tell us where this background comes from?
Certainly, I'd be happy to. So, several years ago, I attended med school in Poland for a year. when you go to Poland, I was studying to be a dentist. So you don't go to dental school when you go to Poland. You go to med school because a lot of the preliminary classes are the same. So I attended for a year and I learned quite a bit about anatomy, biology, chemistry, some preliminary dental classes. I realized med school is not for me, but I did learn quite a bit about the human body. After that, I worked in the healthcare field I worked in a retirement home, and we had quite a number of older people there. We called them residents. We had quite a number on assisted living. So what that means is they would have CNAs, certified nursing assistants, who were supervised by the nurses, and the CNAs would give out medication. They would do showers. They would work with the nurses and the families to take care of the health of these people on assisted living who needed medical help. They could not live completely independently. And so working there, I worked with the administrative team and the health team, and we kept a document to keep track of the path of how someone's disease or illness progressed. We would share that information amongst each other in order to make sure that the patient is getting the best health care. We were all aware of the patients with specific disabilities. We learned how to take care of them. So that is my medical background. And I feel it served me well.
That is wonderful because combining your education, your experience, and your natural talent with words, you make an excellent candidate for writing books and helping those who are not possessing this kind of talent. I'm talking about people who are holistic professionals that want to write a book but don't know how or where to begin. So how people can contact you, where do they find you?
So you're welcome to find me on LinkedIn. You can just go to the search bar and type in my first and last name. You will find my profile there. There will be a link in order to email me. I would be very happy to talk to any holistic healthcare provider or coach and write for them. I can tell you the reason that I became interested in holistic healthcare is because I have a serious health challenge, and I thought at first the doctor told me that I can only go on medication to manage it, but I did some research and the potential symptoms were horrifying, just horrifying. And so I stayed off the medication and I tried different alternative approaches. And I finally found acupuncture, and acupuncture reduces my symptoms more completely and more perfectly than any medication could have ever done, and there are no side effects. So I'm a huge believer in holistic health.
Oh, absolutely. Speaking of acupuncture, are you aware that acupuncture can actually help you get rid of the wrinkles because it's all work of gravity and your own spasmodic muscles? Well, unfortunately, we are running out of time, so perhaps we'll talk about it again soon. But in the meantime, folks, I encourage you to reach out for help to Elizabeth in case if you want to write those books. Her contact details will be displayed under this particular video. So I thank you, Elizabeth, for sharing your knowledge today with us and for your time. I also would like to thank all of you who took time to join us today. And I hope that this episode was valuable to you. So if it was valuable to you, send that link to your friends, to somebody who can also benefit from it. Until next episode, I wish you all health, longevity, and pleasures.
If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to our YouTube channel so you won't miss any of the new episodes. If you have questions, comments, or suggestions, please put them below the video. I do read them. If you are looking for a good, reliable source of specific ingredients, experts, services, or products, click on the resources link under this video. To health, long life, and pleasures.